bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more. See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Halfway between Boston and Providence, it's the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. We are about set for some football, and it's Joey Sly to kick things off. And off we go from Foxborough. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he'll get forward for a couple. Jelani Tavai, they're on the tackle. Second down and 8. They send a receiver in motion left. That's complete. Jermaine Burton. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Jermaine Burton, the intended receiver. It's second down. Up the middle they go. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Bengals out and ready to punt. Whoa. And he'll give his guys a little bit more room to work with as he's able to get forward out beyond the 10-yard line. Off the play fake, here's May. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out. I can tell you firsthand as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack, hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. It's the tight end Henry in motion. May to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
First and 10 now from the 36. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Robert Spillane spills him there. Second and 7. Mims sent in motion here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. He's got his man. That's Slayton. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. On play action, here's May. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Drive will start on the ground. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a gain. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Play action now. It's Burrow. That one taken in by Burton. 14 yards on that pass play there. And the Bengals going to have a first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Now a give on the ground, and he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. 3rd and a yard. They go play action. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this first quarter. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. What will... Fourth down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
And this is where playing in the elements can really become a problem. These kickers practice all year in pretty much ideal conditions. So sometimes you got to approach these kicks a little bit different. He's just unable to connect.
Here's May to throw it on first down. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
And this is what happens when you can pair a really good pass rush with a really stingy secondary. Marrying the two together, not only to change his launch point, but not give the quarterback anywhere to go with the ball.
On second down, it's May. Airing one out for Bourne. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He finds Mims. It's complete. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's May. And that ball incomplete over the middle. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And now it's going to be third down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Working out of the gun, it's May. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. First and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll work this out to the 23. The veteran Calais Campbell in there for the stop. They face second down and 7. To throw is Burrow. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, 3-time All-Pro, in there to bag another one.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Throwing now on third and long. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Brad Robbins now, as he's on to punt for the second time. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. On first and 10, here's May. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Throwing now is May. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
It's first down, and they'll run. He'll push forward for about a yard. Stop made by Samson Ebukam. Here's a second and 9. Back to throw, Burrow. Backs to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And a determined run there. He gets about 7 yards inside the 10-yard line. Here's second and 3 to go. They send him right out of the slot. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
That is hot. What a job on the scramble. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. They'll go play action with May. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it, Mike, is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up, just let it rip. And he does it about as well as you can ask. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Open man, that's Slayton. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We're back to Foxborough after this. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's May. They'll try to set up the screen here. Down inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Slides at the point, up and good. And the Patriots will level things out at 7 apiece. We're on top, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Burrow. That's to his tight end, Eric All. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it's going to bring up a third down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw. But think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
To throw is Burrow. And this ball incomplete on third down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
And this is blocked.
And that's just a really good effort there. Remember, if he misses the ball and he runs into the kicker, that's an automatic first down, but he doesn't. Not only does he get through almost untouched, he's able to get a hand on it and block the kick.
To throw on first down is May. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. May gonna look to throw. That'll be complete to Gibson. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Patriots first down. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This a 48-yard attempt. Sly's kick is good. And the Patriots get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've come to halftime here in Foxborough with the Patriots on top. as we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, where the coach is Jonathan Coachman, has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you, and the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing is May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. To throw now, May. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Gesicki, the man in motion. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here's a toss, right side, and he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
That one taken in by Burton. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a 1st down.
On 2nd down, they run the counter. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Burrows from out of the gun here on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
He's got it at the 7. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Barring some type of disaster with that big pass pickup, it puts them in position now where they feel like they can at least walk away with points off this drive. I just feel like it has to be 6. I feel like anything less than that will be a letdown.
Here's a run. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. Second down, Burrow. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Jabril Peppers in coverage, able to knock that one away. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Bengals will level the score at 10 apiece.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On play action, here's May. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, New England. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now, May. He connects with Mims. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that will be a bit of a letdown.
And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He'll get this out to the left flat. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
May now on 1st and 10. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Got it into the hands of Mims. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take
to the goal line and in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New England. Sly now for the point out. The kick is good. And the Pats go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Play action now. It's Burrow. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. He's got a man wide open, the tight end, complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
In this coverage breakdown, Mike, it's just completely unacceptable. You come out in dime defense. What that means is you have 6 defensive backs and only 1 linebacker most often. So for the offense to find an open receiver with that much space to operate, you just have to imagine there was some sort of breakdown in communication and execution, because he had a lot of room to operate, and that defensive coordinator is not happy.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They bring Chase in motion. Burrow here on second down. The middle of the field. That's taken in by Chase. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And the defense all over this one. They knock them down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
So push back to the 11-yard line for second and goal.
I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in the she's made a bean. I got rolling over. Speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my this say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I unleashed my soul, now they taking pictures of it. Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 545, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipes. She racing to me like an athlete. She two with the G's, then she know it. Yeah. It's eyes on the prize, I can't live life in disguise. Cause bro recognize I ain't gotta compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tied up. Ties on the industry advice. I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in the sky. We lit in real life, we don't pay to be verified. We just manifest, lay and grind on the rise. We defy the odds like it's nothing, time after time. God bless this eternal shine, yeah. Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 545, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipes. She racing to me like an athlete. She two with the G's, then she know it. Eyes on the prize just to see how far I go. Yeah. Shooting star, yeah. All over the globe. Hard work, all I ever know. So nobody could tell me I'm not what my way and go. Yeah, I'm in my zone, yeah, through this microphone. The way they looking at me like they seen a UFO.
Sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself again. Welcome back, Marlena. Yeah.
One for the money and one for the homies. I move with respect, I don't need nothing on me. The Father made way for me, feel just like Bronny. I got my little belly, my blessings, they on me. They rain, yeah, you see how I'm coming. Come on. This sound like he drumming. I reach on my goals like my nephew be dope. Back on the rims, riding on rims. Came in all black to that, I came back to my to that ripping no Cadillac. Feel like a Cadillac, nothing but class. It's never been average, never been on. Average on me, I'm tougher than homie Javante. The fight is my mantra, I want it, I will. Get you a wheel, they carry it. We fighting a live, my is all. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag, I'm done. My bag, I'm gone. Back in my on bodies. Cried over Malcolm, I cried over Dolphin. I'm crying for Nipsey, been feeling like Lauren. Carried the cross, got the sun in my eyes. Groom for this, I ain't meant to be no bride. I'm married, but I know you still feel obliged. Bounce on these, I learned from tonight. Back in my bag, and it's big as a duffel with blessings on blessings. I came through this struggle, I'm back.